Hey everybody, it's Brickwaffle again, and we're back on ARK Survival Evolved on the Block Farmers server, and yep, I'm wearing a crown, because we have finished decorating the inside of the house. Sakala's laying on our gigantic bed behind me, and yeah, we've put in some bar stuff from the pub mod. This looks awesome. We can sit on all the stools, have a drink here, and actually it turns out that, I don't know if I showed this in the previous season or not, these kegs and things, they actually have chests. They have some storage slots. Same thing with the cupboard back there. So we can get into the cupboard. That's got 45 slots. And it's pretty cool. I like that a lot. And of course it's thunderstorming because we want to record. We've got our wooden table, wooden chairs. We can sit over here. And with the royal foot chest, we get some skins for helmets. And that's how we got our crown. Now you might also notice that all this stuff says Owner the Bohemians 2.0. Since the last episode, we talked to the other guys. And we decided that since it was really just Sakala and I over here in our tribe. And everybody else in the bros. That we would merge tribes and be one big tribe. And we're going to let the bros have the tribe name this time around. But yep, in between we've done a little bit of taming, so we have Grande now, who's another legendary Pteranodon. So we have a level 200 and level 142, who looks like he's leveled up again. Let's work on movement speed, because that's what these guys are going to be good for. And then we also have some other things we've built out here. So if we go upstairs real quick, the only thing we've really done upstairs... Ooh, can we climb up? There we go. We put in this floor, and then we also put in a couple guest beds. That's really it. So we might do some more work with that in the future. But for now, we talked about the Stargate teleporting rings before. So if we go down here, you can see we've done a little bit of work since the last time. Got a couple more tames done. We've put in some of the egg and poop collectors and oil compressors and that sort of stuff from the CV's mods. And we've tamed ourselves a legendary frog. Princess here is level 180. And her special ability is she can convert chitin and keratin into cementing paste for reduced stone costs. So at some point we'll have to give her some chitin and some stone and see what she does with it. But this stuff's pretty cool. Our egg and poop collector is awesome. It collects all of our eggs. We had one of those in the previous season. We have so much poop. We have no idea what we're going to do with it all. But this thatch and fertilizer thing, this auto transfers to base compost bins and collects their fertilizer. And this says put thatch to auto transfer. I think activate deposit poop in, I don't know. So let's see if we put this stuff in here. Will it go over? I can't put the poop in this at all. Alright. So we're going to take all of this stuff, all this fertilizer out. And mostly what we're doing with this right now is turning it into oil. So you can see we got 465 oil. We're going to put all this fertilizer in there. And that's going to make more oil for us, so grab that. And then over here we have this poop bin where we've got lots of thatch and lots of poop. So we can put as much of this in here as we can. It looks like there's a few of these stacks that are different sizes. But that's as much as we can use. And then we're just going to... I would drop it all, but then it's just going to collect back into the poop collector anyway. So we're going to take it a little further away when we throw that out. And the other stuff we've done, we did in fact wall off this area, as we talked about at the end of last episode. So it looks like something spawned out here, something aggressive, because Tiny and Pickle are right out front. Come on, guys. Hey, both of you. What? Master plan, what are you doing out here? Alright, come here. So we have a very high level dodo tame, but we also got some folks on medium here. So let's throw Master Plan back in the corner. Scala's got some plan for these dodos at some point. I'm not sure what it is yet. That's why that high level one is named Master Plan. Alright, so for now we got a couple guys defending our base if anything does spawn in here. Might have just been something like a Titanomyrma. But we have all these gates in and walls, and yep, we have a Stargate. So now we can go visit the main Bohemian base, or also known as Brome, anytime we want to. So let's go ahead and run over here. I'll show you guys what that looks like. So, come on. Nope. Get a little closer. There we go. You can see what we've... Oh, Glacier Lake. We have a new one set up since the last time I've logged in, which is pretty awesome. Looks like the other bros are putting some things together for us. If you haven't seen these rings before, they look really cool when they open. I like that a lot. And then poop right through here. And that takes us to the base of this cliff, which is right across from the bros base. And it's going to take a second to render in because they have this whole pillar surrounded with wooden platforms and things. They got a big key out here, underwater area for their, or underwater pen for their megalodon, that kind of sort of stuff. And it looks like Terry Gar might be on neutral and having come out here to attack something. Let's see if we can put her back where she's supposed to be. Maybe not. It's going to be hard. Let's try to whistle her over here. But yeah, so this whole base over here looks amazing. They're doing some stuff up top. They can get to their metal nodes really easily that way. Come on, land. There we go. Not sure where she's supposed to be, but I'm assuming somewhere over here. So let's just drop her on this side. But yeah, it's looking really good over here. I like their little bunkhouse area. So they've got little small rooms for everybody with beds and things. And then their main stuff is down here. They got some metal access up there with a big ladder. And I think they've even got teleporter rings set up. So industrial grill, all this stuff. Now we can all kind of share resources. We can come by and use stuff like the Epic Forge and the Alchemy Forge. Although we did also get those built back at the air base in between episodes as well. So cool, water barrel, powered water barrel. That looks awesome. That looks like it's giving us some nice water for the garden. Over here we've got all sorts of crops growing, looking good. I really like what they're doing over here. So we're going to be able to do some more collaborative builds and share some more resources. That's going to be really cool. We got a rhino for the bros the other day. I was not recording. I wasn't planning to do anything. I was just going to hop on and do some gathering. But ended up helping them get that rhino as well. So we're going to do some more collaboration episodes in the future. Don't worry. We'll get those guys on YouTube at some point. But for now, we just kind of solidified all that stuff. The other big news is I record these videos fairly well in advance now. I've been able to get a little bit better scheduling, and Memorial Day weekend helped me get back on track. But now, as of the time I'm recording this, patch 242 is live, which means they've added Diplodocus and leeches and a bunch of other stuff like that. It's the birthday week celebration. And right now, I've been looking around the map. I haven't seen either leeches or Diplodocus spawning on the center, and I don't know if that's something that... We did do a Destroy All Wild Dinos command. It's not that. But I wonder if they're just not spawning here yet. They have to do something. Maybe there's going to be a 242.1 where the new dinos spawn in the center or something along those lines. But that's okay. I still love this map, even if we don't get the Diplos right away. They're neat, but we wouldn't actually use them very often because, you know, land dinosaurs for transport when you have flyers, not terribly useful. Really, we're waiting on Quetzes to be able to make our own kind of platforms with a bunch of seats on them and manual turrets and that sort of stuff. That'll be fun. So that kind of catches you up. We also put a fireplace over here. And that's really nice when it's cold out here, because it does occasionally get cold in the middle of the map. We can light that thing up, and it looks really awesome. It looks like a nice natural fireplace right there. Pretty cool. And this will eventually make us some charcoal as well. Oh yeah, we still got all this poop to deal with. So let's throw all this poop out here in the water, see if that's far enough to despawn and not get picked up by the collector. Let's be careful not to throw out our oil. And we'll see that it'll either just stay there or it'll get picked up. Not really sure which. Yep, and the only other thing I wanted to show you guys is all the way down at this end. If you guys are not familiar with the center, there is an underworld. It kind of looks like Land of the Lost. There's a few ways into it, one of which is a cave in the river right out by our base. And that's a scary thing to swim into by accident. There's also some mountain entrances over there. You can fly down into the cave. But once we got down there, we realized that it was directly under our main base here. So we put in these teleport rings, and it'll take a second to render in. Right up there is our base, and right down here is the Land of the Lost. And this place is really cool for a couple of reasons. One, there are some metal nodes and crystal nodes that are over here, and there's also some pearls and things in the water, so that makes it easier to gather these things. There are some aggressive dinosaurs down here. I've seen mantas, and I've seen some saber-toothed salmon. The saber-toothed salmon are pretty docile unless provoked. The mantas will come and eat your face from a distance, so you can see out here there's this little spot where you can kind of see clearly. A few mantas, a few saber-toothed salmon, but no mega piranha, no megalodon. And the biggest predators I've seen down here have been some compies and some dillos. I haven't even seen any raptors, even though there's plenty of room for them. So this is a relatively safe way to gather metal and crystal. And see all these compies right here? Yep. Are you going to attack me now? Yep, you sure are. Jerk compies. So that's about the scariest thing you have to deal with down here. So that's not too bad at all. But it is a great way to gather some resources. So we're going to have to work on some kind of base down here as well, just some way to find this thing again, because this black circle in the grass is kind of hard to see. I know roughly where it is, just visually, but I want to put up some kind of, I don't know, some kind of little shelter over there. Maybe we'll play with the round walls and see if we can tuck those into the corner and have like some little walled off little round tower over there. That'd be really cool. But for now, let's go ahead and gamma up a little bit. And I think that catches you up on everything that's happened since the last episode. I've had a little bit of time to play but not record off and on. Most of that has been materials gathering, and most of that has gone into this alchemical forge here and our epic forge over here. And that's really, really going to up our game a lot. You can see we can make a lot of charcoal in here pretty easily. Actually, you can't see that right now because we've already used it. This allows us to turn charcoal and stuff into gunpowder really quickly. So we've got plenty of charcoal from over here. We need more stone and flint to make more spark powder to make more gunpowder. And that's really going to help. And of course, being able to smelt metal 50 times faster is also really, really nice. So all of that's combined to give us a little bit more convenience here and make our lives a lot better. So let's go ahead and drink a little bit over that way. You can also see that Sakala has been helping me out here. She's made some greenhouse windows, so we actually have some windows into the pub here. She's also made some canteens for us, which is awesome. She's got some compies over here. Another thing, she likes the small dinos. I don't know what she's going to do with all of them, but right now, these are getting a little scary. Level 165 compies that are meat boosted and pack boosted. Yeah, and I think she's, just melee damage is going up right now. They wouldn't be hard to kill, but they would be scary if they got all sicked on something at once, at least briefly. So we need to work on more metal gathering, of course, because the next thing we want to do is get into some vaults. And we're going to work on some stone gathering to get some materials down in the underworld. And of course, at some point, we really want to put in a bunch of platforms all along these alcoves. We're going to put in stone platforms, probably, I think it's going to be 3 to fill these up evenly. So we're going to put 3 across, some stairs down, and fill this whole thing up, put fences at the back edge, and really kind of close this thing off a lot more. And that's going to make it feel a lot more like home. So I got a lot of stuff to do, a lot of materials to gather, and I'll bring you guys back when I have some progress to show. Alright, so I've got some materials made. I've got a few of the round foundation corner things and some regular ones. I think we can make this big enough. You can also pick up the teleporter rings, so I've done that as well. And I think what we want to do is just kind of go and roughly, let's see, maybe like this. I think that's going to work. Yeah, that's going to be okay. So we want to do it a little bit bigger than standard, so we need to make kind of a plus shape here, and then we're going to want turned the other way. Can we get this to snap? I want to turn you. There we go. Nope. Is that not the right one? I guess we still need the other side. No, we need this one. There it goes. Yeah, so like that. I think that's going to be big enough just to hold the basic. Let's see, we're going to need one more of those, I think. Oh, no. Oh, no, I made the wrong thing. That's frustrating. All right, so do I have enough to make another one of those? I do. Good, good, good. Let's put that guy there, and we're going to need one more regular stone foundation at some point as well. We're going to need that guy there, and then we're just going to need to gather a little bit more stone, and that's going to be where our Dodic comes in here. So let's see. Is that really what we're missing for the foundations? Let's check. Nope, foundations. Yep, just stone. Okay, that's not a problem down here. So we've got our Dodicarus and a bunch of stone nodes over here. 127, 261, not a problem. So let's grab that stuff. Craftables. Foundation, and we've been making no clip ones just because I like no clip ones. And there we go, that's still on 8. Let's come around here, roll this way, and set this one in place down here. There we go. So now that's a nice big round stone foundation, which looks pretty cool. We're gonna have to do some stairs and whatnot, but in the short term what we really need to do is this thing, put the rings, and I want to try to get this centered on here as much as I can. There we go. Zoom out a little bit. That looks pretty good right there. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so once we get the tower up, that's going to be a lot easier to see this. We'll be able to put a door on it. We can extend it out if we really want to as well. We could even potentially make this a longer building, even just have a little tunnel and then kind of other stuff in the future. But for now, I think we're going to stick with very simple, just a very visible tower that we want to see. So what else do we need for rounded stuff? We can make some rounded stairs. Oh, interesting. That's going to connect in. That's going to connect in like these rounded foundations. So if I do that, and I want to do that, we're going to have to make this just a little bit bigger, which is fine. So we're going to make one of those. We're going to need some more wood. And okay, so time to do a little bit more gathering. I think with this being locked, then these guys won't go up there. Let's see, we want to rename these again. To ruins base. There we go. Now we know where they go when you look at it. So I'm going to gather up some more wood here, and it's probably better for me to do that with my axe. The Dodic grabs mostly thatch. Hello? Oh, must have been a server save. A little bit of lag there. So we need some wood. We're going to get a little thatch this way as well. We're going to need to get some more stone, I think, probably at some point. So there's one set of rounded stairs. We're going to need the other set. And then we're going to need some foundations as well. I think we need one more of those, which of course means we need more stone. So you guys can see how this works, but it's not too bad. We've got enough materials to get most of this stuff pretty easily. Let's roll over this way. Slap this rock a couple times. This one probably ought to take a couple more hits to break, just because it's a big one. There we go. Let's get some stone. Yeah, I know I'm encumbered. I'm going to fix that here in a second. And we're going to need, I think, 1, 2... We're going to need 2 of those. Oh, we need thatch after all. Okay, so we're going to need 2 of those foundations. And I think maybe 3 of them, because we have to replace... Yeah, we're going to need 3 of them. because we have to replace the 2 corners, and we'll get some stone and thatch back from that. And then add 1 in the middle. So this will be it won't be a circle, it'll be kind of an oval shape, or we could actually make it bigger and move the platform again. All right, I'll play around with some of that and bring you guys back when I have enough stuff made up to go. Oh, that's right, that's on him now. Thatch and wood, foundations, 3 more of those. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to craft some foundations, and we can do that while we're rolling, which is awesome, but I think I'm just going to make this tower a little bit bigger and kind of keep this towards the back center. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, be right back. All right, work in progress here. We've got the very basic looking garage here. We need to make some windows, and I think we got to go see about making some gates here as well. But it is rounded in the back a little bit. It's a little bit hard to place these ceilings and whatnot and get them all to line up right. And I'm going to see if we still have the mod that has the half-height gates there, or the double dino gates, whatever works better. We're going to have to take a look at that as well. But that is going to be much easier to find. We need to make some auto torches, some windows, and a couple of gates, and then head back down there to finish some things up. All right, so we've got our tower built here, and we're just working on some auto torches. We're going to start by placing a couple of them in here to light things up. And they won't go on the gate itself, but it looks like they will go right. There's one. And over here is one. See, that's at about halfway up, right about there-ish. Okay, and then we're going to put a couple at the back of the room. Try not to trigger the Stargate teleporter rings. So we're going to do one maybe there. And maybe, how high up is that? Same sort of deal. So maybe about there. And then we've also got these ladders here. So we've got a second story up here, because these dino gates are about 2 stories tall. So we're going to do the same sort of thing on this side. So about there. And like that. And then we're going to space them out a little bit on the sides of the gate, just like we did downstairs there. Okay. And then we can close this gate if we want to, leave that trap hatch open, however people want to do it. But this gate opens at the top and bottom. It looks a little weird when it clips through the wall like that. But yeah, so there's our tower. It looks pretty good, I think. It's a nice dino garage. We're not going to be bringing anything super huge through here anyway. And so now what we need to do is just put up some lights on here. I'm going to try and do it in between those windows. And that way. And then we got 2 more. I think I'm going to put them on the sides here so we can kind of easily see this from all directions. Let's do it about the same height there, if we can, in between those 2 windows, but then over this way a little bit. And then we'll do the same thing over here. So in between those 2 windows, and then over this way a bit. Somewhere about there. Oh, well, okay, it's a little low on that side. I might fix that later, might not. That's all right. The important thing is it's almost always daytime down here because of the underground sun, but when it does turn to be nighttime, these things will kick on. We might also change these with the ones that don't have a timer, that are just always on. Yeah, and we can light these if we want to kind of, it'll go out because of the timer. But yeah, this should be good now to really help us see, and that's the noon music right there, so it's going to be a little while before those kick on. We've got our steps in the front, we've got our rounded steps on the sides. They end a little oddly over here. You can still walk up it, and there's a little bit of a disconnect here because these steps don't match up with the rounded stairs. They're not from the same mod, but I still think this is going to be pretty cool, and it really allows us to go in and out of here very safely. We just need to get some windows made, and I think Sakala's the only one I know with the greenhouse patterns yet. I guess I could learn those too. Let's see what I need to learn. Greenhouse windows. Can I learn those directly? I sure can. Okay, so let's go make some greenhouse windows, and we'll finish this thing off. I'll keep you guys on with me for that because I think I have enough crystal to just go ahead and do that up here. There we go. Load in. Whoop. This way. All right. Hey, what are you doing up here, Dodo? Sakala would be mad if I killed you. All right. So for greenhouse windows, I think we need cementing paste and crystal and some metal. I know we have the metal. I know we got the cementing paste. I think we have the crystal. Let's see what we've got in the smithy anyway. 242 crystal metals. Yeah, it looks good. So structures, greenhouse, windows. Now, how many windows were there? There were 4 on each side. So that's 8, 16 of those, I think. I think that's right. And let's make 4 more just to be safe. Maybe that's too many. That's all right. But it doesn't hurt. They're pretty easy to break by accident. Let's clear that out real quick. There's 6. And to go to... That's 6. That's 16 right there. Okay. So we'll take those down there. We'll fill that in. Let's go ahead and drop this stuff off. Fill in those windows, and then we're going to be all set. And that way, if I miscalculated something, I'll have some extras. Otherwise, we'll have a nice looking set of torches and things. You know what? Let's go ahead and craft that. And I need 1 cementing paste, 1 metal ingot, stone, thatch, and fiber, I think, for the auto torches. Let's go ahead and craft another one. Oh, I missed stone. Oops, not that. There we go. Auto torch with timer. We're going to craft one of those to replace the one that is down there. See if we can get that to line up a little bit better. And then we're going to be good to go with our downstairs harvesting area. Or underworld harvesting area, rather. So again, it's a very simple base right now. We'll probably put some other things in there. Probably put some storage in the upper level. Maybe some beds in case people die down there. But for now, I just want to get this thing decorated. At least on the outside, so it looks good. It's all sealed in. Okay. So let's come over here and put this torch in first. Kind of hard to do when you can't really see it. Can we get... Yeah, we can. Perfect. So there's that. 7. There we go. That's better. So it's right in between those 2 windows. And did I guess right? There's 4 here. 8, 16. Yeah, good. Oh, 16. Okay, good. I counted that wrong the first time. Or I counted it wrong and said it right. I don't know which, but either way, we can put it on our windows now. Yep, there we go. Those look good. Then we'll have to go upstairs to put those last ones in. And that shouldn't be a problem. Great. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And over on this side, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Fantastic. Now, the beds are going to be a little bit tricky because when we put the beds in and down here, or up, I guess up on this level, they're going to be pretty close to the ones we have up at the surface. So it's going to be a little hard when you respawn to pick the right ones. But I think if you mouse over those icons, you should be able to see which beds are what. We'll name them, you know, Underworld beds or something like that. Underworld Tower, probably. And it's not a very tall tower. We could definitely add more to it in the future. But I think, you know, for now, it's just going to be the Stargate area. That's fine. What do we need for some basic beds? I know it's hide. Let's see. We got some hide. What do we need? Wood, thatch, and fiber. Okay, that makes sense. Wood, thatch, and fiber. There we go. Let's make 2 of those. I always like to make a couple of beds in case you need to respawn twice in a row. And then put all this stuff back. And actually, we'll probably get some of that back because we also need to put in a little bit of storage. Large storage boxes are wood, thatch, and fiber. So wood, thatch, and fiber. Let's make 2 of those probably. And let's make a smithy if we can to be able to repair our stuff. Stone, hide, and metal ingots. Okay, so there's stone, hide, metal ingots. There's a smithy. And we probably don't want to make a forge down there. We really want people to use the big super refining forges up here. You can always take it down there with you if you were going to smelt it down there. And we might actually do that. We might move ours down there at some point. Okay, so let's put this stuff away for now. Don't want to carry all that stuff. Don't think I can carry all that stuff even. And that should do it for what we need downstairs, I think. Yeah. So in the future, we'll do another epic forge. Woo. Yep, we're dehydrated, all right. But we need a lot more metal for that. And, you know, I'm trying to decide because we really want to smelt all that stuff down there. Yeah, that's all right. For now, we're just going to leave it as is. I'm trying to decide if we want to try to gather enough materials to make a second one of those, which is another 500 metal ingots, which is 1,000 raw metal. That's a pain, but it's doable. And then some electronics and polymer and whatnot. It's not too bad. Or if we just want to move that one downstairs, we'll have to play that one by ear. I think we're going to end up gathering a lot of metal down here in the future, so it might be worthwhile to move it. I see us probably using it down here more often. Okay, so beds. Let's put the beds in this corner. There's that one. And let's do like we usually do, a nice double bed. Okay, so we're going to name this one Underworld Tower. Underworld Tower. There we go. And then we also need some other stuff, so we need our crafting area. Let's put the smithy right back here, like that. And then we're going to put some storage in as well. Probably on either side of it. How's that going to look? That's going to be good. Okay, so there's that one. And that one. Yeah, that looks alright. I'm not going to name these. Oh, you know what? I got to move this one. That's annoying. Okay. Because it's going to be right in front of the torch. Can I make another one? I can't. Need to gather a little bit more wood, thatch, and fiber. Put that other one in. And then I think we really are done with this place for now. So, let's see. We can gather some fiber. I did bring my sickle. Oh, excellent. I did. Okay, there's some more of that. And let's get a little bit of wood. And let's get a little bit of fiber. Or thatch, rather. There we go. Now we should be able to make another crafting storage area thing. Let's see, storage. Well, there's a lot of things to start with ST. STOR. There it goes. Nice. Alright, yeah, this is going to stand out from a ways off. That's going to be really good. Be able to see this a lot better. Oop, nope, didn't mean to do that. That's going to be the only drawback, is that Stargate teleport ring is going to get triggered a lot by accident. Okay, so we need this one to be, yeah, just to the left of this thing. Like that. Which means our smithy isn't really centered. I don't think this is pick-upable either, though. So I'm going to leave that alone for now, because the bench is centered, even though the anvil is slightly off. And I think that's fine. Okay, cool. So now we have our garage. We've got everything set up. Let's hop out here and close this thing. Oh, didn't mean to close it from that side. No, let me in. There it goes. And yeah, we got a few things sticking through the floor. Can I grab this stuff? If I aim right over it, can I get it? Might have to get it from the outside. We'll try to harvest some of that stuff. Oh, there it was. I had it for a second. There we go. That's weird. Okay, I gotta stand with my back to it, and then I can harvest it. That breaks that. I thought it did. There it goes. Okay, and we've got some grass sticking through. There's not a whole lot we can do other than turn down ground clutter. You saw how tall these foundations are. The grass is just really tall on the center. But now, that looks really good. The whole thing lights up pretty well when somebody's using the gate. And I think that's going to make it much safer for people to go and harvest things in the underworld. So that makes me very happy. Okay, I know that was a lot of building and not a lot of taming, but you know, like I said, the diplos and the leeches and whatnot, not that you can tame the leeches, but the diplodocus is not on the center yet as far as I can tell. Even with the destroy wild dinos, I flew around for about an hour and didn't see anything. I expect that'll get added at some point in the future and we'll get one of those too, but it's relatively useless. I mean, you can't take the diplodocus to the flying island, so it's mostly just for fun. I'm not really worried about when we get that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and it was a little different than I usually do. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, then please subscribe. And as always, I've been Brickwaffle. Thank you for watching.